Good morning, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Honorable KPS Chowdhury ji, Shivanand Kumbar ji,
Hello, Chief.
and most important, Dr. Harish Chandra. So I met Dr. Harish Chandra for the first time on 23rd July this year in New Delhi. And immediately I got influenced by his work. And because of that influence, today I got an opportunity to be with you. Thank you. Even a few days back, I met Dr. Venkatesh sitting right here. And as you all know that many of my videos are there in various platforms. There are some people like me who work and they want the people know that I am working. But there are certain people like him, he work and he don't want the people to know that he is working. So, being youngest member of parliament in 1985, for 5 years, Dr. Venkatesh being a medical doctor. So surely he is here. It is a confirmation that what I'm going to say is sensible. So I have my friend here, Captain Arvind. It is a time, those so-called COVID days, what we call so-called COVID days, when I tried to tell the people it is just a flu and need not to panic, need not to do anything. Trying to do anything will harm you. So that was the time when I was the first person in the world, probably first person to be banned from social media. It was 2020. And further, certain things happened one after the other. And ultimately, I was in a trap of police. And that was the time Captain Arvind, he came in picture. And as a result of that, I'm a free man now, and I can be seen in front of you. Right, so, some more good people are here. Vihani Shah, you can see, sitting right here, from your city only, and doing a lot of good works. So, here, before, in the beginning, when I was standing here, I met some of you, and we discussed about certain problems which you told about yourself. Problem of diabetes type 1. I remember one lady with going through a dialysis, sitting right here. Hernia problem. Right? So there are so many problems which we discussed briefly. For most of you, for most of them, my answer was, wait for this and do this. Today, I am going to tell you about the 5 medicines. And I've seen that in my hospital, we have 20 hospitals in India, 1 in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Irrespective of the disease, when we put the patient on these 5 medicines, the patient get relief, patient start recovering. Interesting is, to know about this medicine, you need not to visit my hospital. This session is enough for you to learn the medicine and follow the medicine. Of course, the first medicine will be for those who are lazy, who don't want to change much. Many patients, they come often and say that I don't want to change my eating habit, I don't want to exercise, I don't want to do anything, but help me to cure. Even I don't want to spend money. Can I get cured? So I say, okay, for you also there is one medicine. So out of you, those who are lazy, don't want to change much, at least there's those who don't want to change their lifestyle and food. For them, I think the most interesting is the first medicine. So let me start with them, because I'm worried that if they don't like my speech, they may go away. So let they know at least the first medicine before they go away. So let me start with the first medicine, what I call as time as medicine. And interestingly, this is the most powerful medicine, which you all have, but maybe a little bit awareness is required. So we have to understand one interesting thing about the body. For example, nowadays, in television, social media, you have been seeing people are dropping dead. Suddenly, while in the gym, while driving, or while even having a marriage, or even garbha these days, people are suddenly dying. Apparently without any reason, and mostly the youngster. Certain heart attack, certain cardiac arrest, these are the very common thing nowadays, and we are shocked and surprised trying to understand what is happening. There is no doubt, there is a complete clarity that it is because those two vaccines which people took. But now, if people ask me how to know that I am prone to heart attack since I have taken the vaccine, so is there anything through which I can at least see my future? So that is what is time as medicine, the first medicine you must understand. Through this you will understand what is happening inside the body. You do one experiment tomorrow. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., you take your blood pressure. Your blood pressure is here. It can be anything, 140 by 90, 160 by 100, whatever. Now, in the night 10 p.m., you take another blood pressure. You will find your night blood pressure is here, and always your morning blood pressure is here. It is never same, like this. It is also not this, like this. If it is this, this means your chances of heart attack is very, very less in comparison to certain people. If it is like this or this means the night blood pressure is higher than the morning blood pressure. That means these people are known as medical term non-dipper kind of people. This means they are more prone to heart attack in comparison to the rest of the population. Why I am telling you this? Because I want to tell you there is a timing for everything in the body. This timing is being decided by, in this case, blood pressure. It can be kidney, heart, lung together. They decide what should be the blood pressure right now. Right? It is not same all the time. It is in response to what is happening all around. So that is the timing for blood pressure. You do one experiment again, maybe tonight. This question you were asking, unable to sleep properly. You will realize every night before you sleep, your temperature dips by a fraction, 0.5 degrees Celsius. And that dip in the temperature causes you sleep. There is a timing for pressure, blood pressure. There is timing for temperature. If someday your temperature do not dip, remain same, you will not be able to sleep. Right? So sleeplessness is one of the major problems. And the solution is ensure somehow if you could dip the body temperature. If I want to make you sleep right now, I have to dip the body temperature, your body temperature by half a degree. And if I can achieve it, probably you will feel sleepy. Especially if I achieve it after the sunset. So normally body does it on its own. That is the circadian clock of your temperature. But for many of us, sometimes the body is unable to dip the temperature, and that means that night you will not be able to sleep properly, you will not be able to sleep at the very first place. So what is the solution? Solution I told you, you have to ensure that your body temperature should dip. How I can do it if the body is not doing it? One way which we do in our hospital, or I suggest to my patient, enter the bedroom only at the time when you want to sleep and let the temperature of the bedroom be cooler 1 degree or 2 degree than rest of the house. The moment you enter the bedroom, that environment is cool in comparison to the rest of the room, This means your body will start automatically dipping the temperature because of the environment. And that causes sleep. But somebody say, I don't have air condition in my house. Don't worry. Then you take a very, very hot water bath about 40 minutes before the time you want to go to sleep. When you take a hot water bath, what is happening? The temperature of the body will increase. But after that, the body temperature will again come down to normal. This coming down causing a sleep. Coming down causing a sleep. Right? So, this is the timing for everything. But now how this method we can use to control the blood sugar, control the blood pressure. Even the non-dipper night blood pressure is higher, more prone to heart attack. How to reverse it? This can be one question. To find the answer, these are the research papers which you can surely go through. But again, if you are lazy, I can help you to solve the problem. The rule is very clear. Time as medicine, the rule is very, very clear. Do not eat anything before 8 a.m. or after 6 p.m. Eat within the bracket of 10 hours. 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Finish your dinner by 6 p.m. After that, don't eat anything. What I just said in last 1 minute, if you just follow this one rule, you will be surprised, rather shocked to see that your blood sugar will start reducing for those who are diabetes patients. Blood pressure will start dropping within 7 days to 10 days, those who are blood pressure medication, those who are taking. Chronic pain all over the body, that will start reducing by 15 days to 20 days. Even your sleep pattern will improve. Your depth of sleep will improve. Even the problem of dementia, somebody was asking, it will start vanishing. Time as medicine. So this means, in my hospital, when the patient comes, irrespective of the disease, the first thing we do is, we don't give the breakfast before 8 a.m. And we finish the dinner by 6 or 6:30 p.m. So free medicine, right? And since he is in a hospital setup, he is having no other option to eat. And irrespective what is the disease, we know the first rule which we apply for all the patients, they are destined to see some relief in the form of reduction in pain, in the form of better sleep, in the form of more energy, in the form of lot of other things, parameters like blood sugar, blood pressure, etc. All those things. Time as medicine. How we do it exactly? You have to understand when you start doing it, we have seen the cancer, they start reversing. If you are fat, many people they say, I don't want to change the quantity of food or the kind of food I eat. I am not asking you to change the quantity of food. I am not asking you to change the kind of food. Only I am asking you to change the timing of food. I am not saying that you should eat this or you should not eat that. I am not saying you have to eat only this much. I am just saying eat within the bracket of 10 hours, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So once you start doing it, how much time it will take to see the result? Maybe 1 day or 2 days, at the most 3 days. So this medicine is available to everybody. You eat by 6 p.m. as much as you want. Right? What happens when the sun sets? The same food which you eat after sunset, that become a poison. As simple as that. No sunlight, no food. Right? Time as medicine. So, instead, if you have any enemy, you want to kill that enemy, make him very sick. So the first food you offer him at 6 a.m. when he get up. And the last food you offer him 12 midnight. Laddu, something good, whatever he want to eat, right? He will think that you are so caring that you are asking him food the moment he gets up. You are asking him food even in the middle of the night. So this will solve your purpose. After all, he is your enemy. You want to make him obese. You want to make him cancer patient. You want to make him diabetes patient, hypertension patient. The best tool, the best weapon is feed him, increase the time of eating, right? 6 a.m. to 12 midnight. That's what we are doing unknowingly, especially in the work from home scenario, Zoom, Netflix, right? So let's say 10 p.m. you are eating even a smallest half a banana, but you're triggering the pancreas which has slept. Get up, do this work. So next day, the pancreas are tired and your blood sugar will start spiking up. So, need not to wake up the pancreas in the middle of the night. Don't do it. Okay, if you have an enemy and you want that he should die very fast, right? You want to kill him. You want to kill him. Then I can give you one rule. Hope that your enemy is not listening to me at this moment. Ensure that he is eating between 10 p.m. to next day 6 a.m. Something which is done by the night worker, those who are forced to eat at night because that is the time when they work, some emergency doctors, soldiers, right? So they are forced to do it and their lifespan is lesser on average by 10 years than the normal population. They do by compulsion, but many of us do by habit. So the thing I want to point out that what you eat, that makes you, but more important is when you eat, that breaks you. So making or breaking is depending on when you eat. Time as medicine. So for the cancer patient, now Dr. Harishchandra was talking about cancer more common than common cold. Important is what is called cancer, it is based on that. If I right now go for diagnosis, my diagnosis of thyroid, 100% chance that I'll be recognized as a cancer patient, 100%, right? So if biopsy of this part is taken for any of you over the age of 40, then you are clinically a cancer patient. For prostate, for men, 70% chance cancer patient. For women, 40% chance of breast cancer patient. So it is what you call as cancer. If the diagnosis is cancer, then 100% of us, because here most of us are 40 plus, right? And I say that, okay, everybody should thyroid check, thyroid biopsy test. All of us will be cancer patient. And since you are a cancer patient, now you have to go for chemotherapy, radiation, all those things. Chemotherapy, maybe in the next session I'll cover more. It is the outcome of World War. Concentration camp, mustard gas, that is reinvented as a chemotherapy, chemical therapy. So anyway, let's come to the solution. We say a cancer patient is a true cancer patient if he has a symptom, discomfort, pain, tumorous growth, right? Hemoglobin steeply going down, weakness, unexplained fever, symptoms. No symptom, no disease. If there is symptom, then disease. And if it is a disease, how to cure it? The first, eating within the bracket of 8 hours. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 15 days. After 15 days, expectedly he gets some relief in the form of pain reduction, better sleep, growth of the tumor reduces size-wise. Now we become more flexible, 10 hour of window of eating, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And after he gets cured, for rest of the life, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 12 hour of eating and 12 hour of fasting. Time as medicine. Right, so just following this rule, I have seen most of our patients within the first 3 days to 1 week, they get a tangible effect. Tangible effect. So make it a part of your lifestyle and that will really help for all of us. It is not possible to remain healthy if you don't do it. It is not possible. If somebody thinks that I will eat beyond this, what I just said, irrespective of what you eat, however healthy it is, healthy food it is, you cannot be cured. Not possible. You cannot remain cured. Not possible. So, you can do one test. When you go back home, you implement this rule for all your family members for 1 week. 1 week test, right? You are not going to lose anything, right? Maybe you get a wonderful method, right? So, this is for the people about 60% people, they will see the benefit, 70% people, they will see the benefit, but there are 30% people, more chronic, longer disease, they are yet to see great relief. For them, I add medicine number 2. From time as medicine, the next medicine is called food as medicine, right? So, it is, okay, if I want to go back. So, now I am talking of the food as medicine, what we do in our hospital. So, video, click the video. So, you can see this is our various hospital all over the country. So, these are just buildings. But there also we apply the same method which I am going to share here. Right? So when the people come to big building, they think that I'll get cured. Right? That is the only thing. Right? If your criteria to get cured is big building, then we have big building for you. Right? But if it is your criteria is evidence-based method, then what I'm going to tell you, you can do at home, right? So if you're lazy, let somebody else do for you, then you can come to our hospital. So the second medicine, what we call as food as medicine. This DIP diet, I introduced about 12 years back through this book, Last Days of Diabetes. In context of diabetes only, I introduced DIP diet. How many of you are aware of DIP diet or following DIP diet a little bit? Just raise hand. Okay, about 5%, 10% already. Great, great. So this means there is some awareness of DIP diet. Let me straight come to what you have to do, food as medicine, and why you have to do. See, only 3 steps of DIP diet. Only 3 steps. Step 1, till 12 noon, eat only fruits. 3 to 4 kind of fruits. And if you are a diabetes patient, then include those fruits which are very, very sweet. Mango, grapes, banana, all these kind of fruits. Sweeter the fruits, faster relief from high blood sugar. So maybe you're thinking that you are not hearing properly, right? I am telling the truth. People say that, no, doctor told me not to eat mango because I'm a diabetes patient. I say, okay, since how long you're not eating mangoes? He said, 15 years. So had it been a cure, not eating mango is a solution, then why you're still a diabetes patient? Now change the rule. In the morning, eat large quantity of fruits of your choice. How much? Body weight into 10. My body weight is 70 kg into 10. That becomes 700. Make it gram. At least 700 grams of fruits for me. Right? Step 1. Step 2. When you sit for lunch or when you sit for dinner, always sit with 2 plates. So you see, I am not restricting you to eat less. Rather, I am saying you eat whatever you have been eating, but whatever you have been eating, put it in plate 2. It can be roti, sabji, dal, chawal, dosa, idli, ulta, sida, put it here. Right? So this means it is clear, I am not restricting you. But before you start eating this, you eat plate 1, which is vegetables of 4 kinds, which you think you can eat in raw form. Like tomato, cucumber, these things can be eaten in raw form. How much? Body weight into 5. My body weight 70 kg into 5, 350 gram. If not 350 gram, let it be 300 gram for me. If not 300 gram, at least it should be 250 grams. So sometimes we try to negotiate with the patients, right? So that at least he follow it. If not 100%, at least 60, 70%. Once you finish this plate, now you are allowed to eat your traditional food. You will be surprised that you will feel more hungry by eating this. First 2-3 days, you may feel full, but after that, your hunger will increase. Your appetite will increase. This means your metabolism is increasing. It is a good sign. If you're not feeling hungry, you are sick. If you're feeling hungry, good sign. Right? So you will eat more, you will start eating more. This is when you sit for lunch. And this is when you sit for dinner. Dinner and lunch, rule same. Remember this. But dinner, add time as medicine, finish by 6 p.m. Right? then the effect will be even more. One last thing. You have to avoid only two things. Anything which comes out of factory. When you take to eat something, does it came straight from the field or it has come through a factory? Refined food, packed food, avoid it. Anything which comes from the animal, don't eat. It can be dairy product, it can be chicken, mutton, egg, etc. Avoid it. Dairy product, we all must not eat, drink, eat, consume. Why? Because humans are the only animal who drink milk lifelong. Humans are the only animal who drink other animals' milk. Tiger can hunt a cow or eat a cow, but tiger will never catch a cow and drink cow's milk. The milk is only for first few months of our life. That too the mother's milk. That's all. I know that many of you may have lot of argument or lot of logic behind why we should eat or consume dairy products. So the same thing, the similar kind of lecture was happening in All India Institute of Ayurveda, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India, 2018. And when I said do not drink milk or consume milk product, you know, in Ayurveda, there is ghee, curd are having a major portion of the Ayurveda. Then one professor, he said, okay, let's do an experiment to see clinical trial. If you follow these rules, will the disease disappear faster? So they did the clinical trial by Government of India. And it was a 3-month trial, but to produce the result, they took 2 years. In 2020, the clinical trial, they concluded that when you eat like this, which I call as DIP diet, your bone, they did it on bone disease. Because the major concern is, if I don't consume milk product, from where I'll get the calcium. They found when you eat like this, avoid dairy product, your bone disease disappear. Your pain disappear. Right? So it is proven by Ministry of Ayush, as you can see, and even case study on diabetes type 1 is published in Journal of Science of Healing Outcome. The chief editor, Dr. B.M. Hegde, you all know, belongs to this place only. Right? So allow yourself to do this experiment for 1 week. For all your life you have been drinking milk. So if you don't drink in 1 week, then what happens? You will see the change. The first change which I see in the type 1 diabetes children is, the moment they stop dairy product, their blood sugar start dropping. Their insulin need start reducing. One change. Only one change. So if you meet any diabetes type 1 children or their parent, the only thing you can start with, avoid dairy product. So that will give some relief. So milk is not something to be consumed for rest of the life. This is something you have to understand. The best way to understand, either the evidence you agree or you become an evidence by avoiding it for 1 week and you know the result. Right? So this is food as medicine. DIP diet is the only diet, probably the only diet on which the clinical trial was done by 3 countries. The second country is Nepal. Nepal did a DIP, they invited me last year by Ministry, National Health Ministry, and I gave a lecture similar to the what I gave in All India Institute of Ayurveda. And then they also decided to do a clinical trial for their country. But this time they chose high blood pressure patient, blood sugar patient, and obese patient. And their clinical trial was just for 7 days. And they were surprised, yes, by following the way, as I just told you, your blood sugar start dropping, your blood pressure start dropping, your weight start reducing, and these results can be seen in 1 week. Right? And they saw the result in 1 week, and they had to remove the medicine of many of the patients. So that was Ministry, Nepal Ministry, the letter they gave to me in front of you. So, and the third is, in Malaysia, this is the clinical trial done by Lincoln University. But this time it was on chronic kidney disease patient. Here there are some patients, chronic kidney disease patient. For them, the important is, the moment you start eating like this, what I just said, your GFR will start increasing. Your functioning of the kidney start increasing. And important is, your functioning increasing, your symptom will start reducing. Your swelling, etc. will reduce. Your weakness will reduce. So just by making one change. So important is that for each disease, they're not required too many different kind of solution. One solution for many disease, right? Irrespective of whether it is bone disease, whether it is chronic kidney disease, whether it is diabetes, blood pressure, obesity, just follow the first two medicine and you start recovering. So this is the second medicine which we have been talking about, food as medicine, in the COVID center which Dr. Harish Chandra introduced to you. 1,100 bed center. They call it COVID center, we call it flu center. Because flu, influenza, COVID are the same. Only every year they give a new name. Sometimes they call it H1N1, right? Sometimes they call it SARS-CoV-2, SARS-CoV-3. These are, for example, you see, it's like a new poster on the cinema hall, but the old story, right? So it is same thing. So we call it a flu center. And in our flu center also, the diet played an important role. When the patient used to come, there was no restriction for the patient's entry. If the patient is alive, we have to take it. That was the only rule in the front of the center. And that means patient also comes in a very serious condition. Serious in the sense that they are dropped by the ambulance from other hospital while the oxygen is on their face and the patient is not in a condition to move. And we have seen amazing result when we follow food as medicine. But that time the food is anything liquid, coconut water and citrus fruit juice. Two things, coconut water, citrus fruit juice. If not citrus fruit juice, only coconut water. The whole day, for 3 days. When you do it, the temperature start reducing, the energy start gaining, the fever goes away, and the symptom goes away. It start vanishing. So God has given you one medicine, coconut water. It is having all the nutrition which your body may require. Protein, carbohydrate, fat, vitamin, mineral in a pre-digested form. Available everywhere, right? So in our hospital, it was a free COVID center. People, they started donating coconut water, right? Those who started getting cured, they started sending coconut water for the other patients, right? So the medicine is available all around. You have to just be alert about it. And here, I will show you my COVID center, flu center. This, you cannot see any mask. You will not see any social distancing. You will not see any oxygen cylinder. You will not see any medicine, right? So, and this is very big, you see.
ये सब हमारे बच्चे हैं. ये 8 साल की है. आप कितने साल के हो? 8 साल का है.
COVID
ये
patient
14 साल
sitting
की है.
on the lap.
15 साल का है. तो ये सब छोटे बच्चे हैं हमारे यहाँ पे. कोरोना पॉजिटिव पेशेंट्स बिल्कुल फिट हो गए.
हमारी जो जीत हुई है उसका वीडियो अभी जस्ट आपके सामने आने वाला है.
So, you see, in other hospital, it is 2020. Imagine at that time there was lockdown. In other hospital, when the patient used to go out, of the hospital, mostly you see on the TV, they're going out on a wheelchair. They came in their own legs, but going on a wheelchair. And they were, that too after a month or 2 months, if at all they go out, right? Here you see, right, these are the patients laughing, dancing, right? So what we did, we just did the opposite. The moment the patient enters, the doctor has to hug the patient. We believe mask and isolation kills, love and compassion heals. Right? If I want to make you sick, suppose you are already healthy, I want to make you sick, I will isolate you and tell you that you are suffering from a very serious illness. Because of you, all of us can die. Nobody will come close to you for the next 14 days. Even the healthiest person can never not remain healthy. Even if he knows that we are just joking, even then, human needs human. When the people go on space, the major thing which they try to understand, what will happen if the human is not in contact with human. So they start becoming sick. In Asia, the first Asian man to go on space, Pham Tuan, he is my friend from Vietnam. He visited our India, Delhi last year. And day after tomorrow, I am visiting Vietnam, meeting him in one common function. So when he went to space, he did all research on this. Human needs human contact if you want to be healthy. Right? If you want to be sick, or if you want somebody to be sick, take out and isolate for 14 days. That person will become sick. If he is already sick for some disease, he will die. Right? So, the mask. Sometime in a hospital, old lady, she came and says, "Oh, I am not able to breathe. Please, doctor, help." What I said, I took off the mask. "Are you able to breathe?" "Yes, I am able to breathe." I will go back, never wear the mask again. Sometimes, solution can be very simple. Very, very simple. But it's so simple, unable to believe. Here comes the third medicine, gravity as medicine. This is the most interesting medicine. And whatever I just told you in last 5 minutes about the COVID center, Ministry of Ayush, they came to know what we are doing, not following any guideline. No mask, no sanitizer, no medicine, no oxygen cylinder, no ventilator, no social distancing. So they were curious and worried what we are doing. The Ayush Ministry, they planted some doctors there for a few months. And they wrote a complete research paper on what we were doing. And this research paper you can read from here. Go to this link. And they concluded that in our COVID center, which we call as flu center, they concluded, this letter by them, that most of the people, they got cured within weeks' time. Some may take 10 days' time. And they were all dancing, participating, even held marriage function inside the COVID center. Marriage function at that time when everything was locked down, right? And no report of untoward incident. No one took any medicine. No one took any medicine of whatsoever, any kind. And this model can be used in the future case of COVID, even the severe case. That is what they gave me a letter after their observation. Right? So here, what was our medicine for the sickest people was the gravity as medicine. You might have seen in the television a scenario where the patient in the car, unable to breathe, trying to find the oxygen cylinder. Do you remember those times? Right? Now try to go back to that moment in the television screen. You will remember the patient is lying on the back of the seat, right? Car, somebody is driving, and he is helplessly unable to breathe, right? That was a common scenario. And the highlighted thing was no oxygen anywhere. People were trying to find oxygen cylinder. People are dying without oxygen cylinder, right? The truth is, there is so much of oxygen here. Why he is not getting oxygen? Right? Okay. Now you do like this. If I want to make you patient right now, same like that, you have to change your posture. The moment you do like this, you're not able to breathe. Do it right now. Right? The moment you do like this, difficulty in breathing. Right? So if already fear is there in the mind, and if the patient is lying in this posture, the breath will become smaller. And then it will appear. And now you check your SpO2 oximeter. Before 2020, nobody know what is oximeter. But after 2020, everybody while watching TV, oximeter. And then seeing 1 degree less, my God, and scared. And when scared, like this. Not able to breathe, oximeter still lower. Right? So, try to understand what was happening at that time. Now, when the patient used to come to our center, what we used to do, you have to understand one simple science. When you do like this, the heart is at the top, lung is under it, right? Lung become 20% smaller. Now do the reverse. Sit like this. Now you try to feel your breathing capacity. You will understand you are able to breathe fully because heart is down because of due to gravity pull and lung is enlarged. Gravity as medicine. Right? I want to make my lung small. I want to make it big. Like this. So those patients, we made them sit like this and we gave oximeter here and then within 15-20 minutes SpO2 start increasing. Symptoms starts going away. Right? Somebody so sick cannot sit. Right? So then you see, when you lie down like this, if I lie down like this, the heart is at the top, right? Heart is at the top. Lung capacity, smaller. But when we lie like this, or like this, heart is down. Lung is bigger, right? So this is called prone ventilation. Ventilator, what you heard? This is a homemade ventilator. We put the patient in this posture. Okay, we say among the doctors, oh, put the patient on ventilator. This is our ventilator, right? Right. So, the nurse comes, doctor, the patient not able to breathe. Oh, go and put the patient on ventilator immediately. Right? And tell their family member that patient we have put already in ventilator, need not to worry. Right? How many hours? Sometimes 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours. In one posture, it may be difficult for so many hours, we understand, but not difficult if you compare it with the conventional ventilator. From conventional ventilator, nobody comes out alive. That is the truth. And here, in this ventilator, nobody die. That is the truth. Right? So to manipulate the size of lung, gravity becomes the basic force. Gravity as medicine. Similarly, gravity as a medicine for heart, gravity as medicine for kidney, gravity as medicine for all organ is possible. I'll give a little bit training with us understanding of the smaller time already. But let me give some what will happen, how to do it, how we do it. So here you understand, this is the book. If you want to go in detail about it, you can read this book. All my books are freely available at this link, biswaroop.com/ebook. Here, there are few patients who, in spite of doing like this, they are not able to breathe still, their SpO2 still not increasing. Now, we use advanced ventilator, right? When the nurse says patient is not recovering, then we have an advanced ventilator. We have one more tool. This time it is an electronic tool, 200 rupees fan. Interesting is, when you put the fan like this in this posture, I'll show you here on the screen as well, like this. When you put it like this, about 6 inches from your nose, and the fan is on, what it causes? There are some receptors inside. Those receptors trigger the lung to breathe more. To trigger those receptors, it needs cool air. That's all. So we issue every patient one fan. And we train them how to do it. Right, like this. So sometime we have a helpline. At that time, 2020, we opened a national helpline. Because whatever I told you, for that need not to come to my hospital. They can do at home. So we have a 24-hour helpline. Sometimes the call comes, doctor, the patient is not able to breathe, but patient is adamant that he has to go to the hospital. I say, okay, take him to the hospital. How to take it, that I will tell. Let him sit in the front seat, right? And when he is sitting in the front seat, you ask that patient, just check whether the hospital is coming nearby or not. To check, he will open the window, and when he put his head out, car is running, so the air will be on his nose, and he will start breathing properly. By the time he leaves the hospital, you ask how you're feeling, the patient will say, "Nah, I'm okay." Then come back. So, the idea is very simple, that you have to throw air at this region. What I am just said, it is not my invention. It is already in the scientific literature. I am just passing it to you. It is already proven science. Right? It is already there for long time. Clinical trial is done long time. This means this air versus oxygen cylinder. This air versus ventilator. These trials are done. It is available. It is given a name. It is called prone ventilation. Name is also given. The only thing is, it is not promoted. Because in our country, there are very few people like Dr. Harish Chandra. So we need more Harish Chandra. Right? So now, coming to what we do for kidney patients. Here there are certain kidney patients also, or well-wishers of kidney patients. So for kidney patients, how we can activate the kidney patients. So, if you want to know in detail, you can read this book. But if you want to just know the practical part of it, I'll teach you right now. Understand one simple rule. I am talking of the third medicine, gravity as medicine. How we can use it for kidney patients, how we use it. In our hospital, 70% of our patients are chronic kidney disease patients. So we understand kidney patients well. And we understand their symptoms, discomforts, and most of them are already on dialysis by the time they reach us. Our duty is to help them get rid of dialysis. So understand how I diagnose a kidney patient. Step 1, when the patient comes, look at their feet, hand. If it is swollen, right? That means he is probably a kidney patient. Ask him how much urine he passes in one day. If it is less than half a liter, then also it is a sign of kidney patient, right? So if his blood pressure is uncontrollable even with medicine, then also he is probably a kidney patient. If I can remove these symptoms, probably I cured him, right? How to remove these symptoms? Increase the urine output. If I can do it, the swelling will be reduced. If the swelling reduces, blood pressure will reduce. If the blood pressure also reduces, the weakness will go away. If the weakness goes away, no symptom, patient is cured. What we do in our hospital, here I will show you, this is the bed. This is how you sleep. This is how you sleep. What we do, we tilt it by 10 degree, right? 10 degree we tilt like this. We keep 3 bricks. Now when the patient is lying on it for 2 hours, the blood, because of gravity as medicine, it will be pulled here near the kidney. It increases the output of urine. It decreases the swelling. And when the patient does for more than 1 week, 10 days, it decreases the blood pressure also. So when the chronic kidney disease patient, they call in our helpline, okay, that these are symptoms, we say go and find a brick from outside. They are shocked, what is the connection of brick with this disease? So sometimes simple thing can be amazing. If you see in our hospital, you will find these kind of bed. Number of beds, right? People pay plenty of rupees to lie on this bed. Something which they can do it free of cost at their home also, right? So this is, many of them, after 1 week, when we ask, symptom are gone. If the symptom are gone, it is not coming back, then stop doing it. Need not to do it any further. So, gravity as medicine. But sometimes, when the patient is already on dialysis for many, many months, then these 3 medicine are not enough. Time as medicine, food as medicine, gravity as medicine. Then heat as medicine, right? So, what we do in heat as medicine for patients to recover from chronic kidney disease, dialysis patient, and the cancer patient who are having pain, to reduce the pain. So, that is the diet, This is called head down tilt, and the most interesting, hot water immersion. Hot water immersion, what it is, this is something which you should make in your home, all of you. So this is a bathtub, imagine, and for the kidney patient, if you are in the bathtub, water level up to the neck, temperature 40 degrees Celsius, and if you sit for 2 hours, that will lead to what you know as dialysis. This means at home, your body can do dialysis. Why? How? When the temperature is 40 degrees Celsius and the water pressure means the gravity and heat convert your skin into third kidney. And the urine which you pass, all the material goes through the skin. If you take the sweating sample and your urine sample, you'll be surprised. Both of them will be having similar things. It will have creatinine, it will have sugar, it will have protein, it will have sodium, it will have magnesium, all the same. So, for chronic kidney disease patients, those who don't have urine output, when we put them on this, so slowly their urine output also increases. So, if you come to our hospital, what you will see is something here, right? Wapas. No. Back. Okay. Now start the video. Play the video. Okay. So this is our hospital, and these are the true chronic kidney disease patients. And when they sit like this, water temperature, you remember? I just said 40 degrees Celsius for 2 hours. First day, we asked them to sit only up to this water, not this much, only for 30 minutes. Slowly their body adapt the pressure, that is gravity, and heat as medicine. And then they eventually are able to sit for 2 hours. When you sit like this, your need for dialysis reduces. At one point of time, your need for dialysis gets eliminated. No need to go for dialysis anymore, right? And if you want to know about my patients, those who do not need dialysis anymore, I have a complete list of patients with their, from which hospital, and their reports, their video testimonial, which you can scan and go to the video section, right? And this one copy I would like to give to Dr. Venkatesh. This is for you, sir. Thank you. Rest of us, if you want to see the book, you can go to that link, biswaroop.com/ebook. And this we have been doing for 2 years, and this means many of our patients, this method I invented 2 years back only. This means our oldest patient is for 2 years with us. Those who had been on dialysis previously, but 2 years had passed, they did not require dialysis. Right? 2 years. If you want to know who are those patients, the book is right there already. Right? So these are the things which should be or can be done at home also. Many of these patients, I say how many, they say till what time, how many days we have to be like this? 3 months to 6 months. But it is not possible to be in hospital for that many time. I tell them, learn in our hospital, go back and start doing at their home. And when they go in their home, Indians are very innovative. How they do it at home, I will just show you. Video. You see, inside the industrial drum and the hot water, they are trying to put and achieving the. These are the true patients. These are the patients who have seen our videos. They started doing on their own, and once they were on dialysis, but now no more on dialysis. Fridge, you see, second-hand fridge, right? He made a wall, and through the geyser getting hot water and deciding to be inside it. And engineer from Dharwad, he made a portable hot water immersion tub, can be taken anywhere. Very interesting, right? He's showing the mechanism, automatically the temperature is maintained. You see, keeping a television also to keep him busy inside the bathroom. In this case, outside the house, because inside the house there was no place, so he created for himself outside the house. This syntax tank, water tank, divided into two, become a hot water immersion tub. Child, he was on dialysis previously, but now got healed. Then some people, they bought the water tub from the Amazon, and now they are doing on their own something similar. These were the true patient. They had been on dialysis, right? So, they were, if you want to know about their stories, then you can read the book called End of Transplant, right? So, the book is again available in my website. You see, dig the earth and made it a hot water tub, right? So, this means if you want to heal yourself, you don't need money. You need intention, right? Intention should be good. This is Ajmer child. He had been on dialysis twice a week before coming to us. And now with this, he stopped dialysis for a long, long time already. Stopped dialysis altogether. So dependency on outside machine, we can stop. And at one point of time, need not to do this also, the body can work on its own. So all this what I told you, next, you can, this is the book, you can find it. We did an observation study on this, and observation study was accepted by a premium journal, International Journal of Healthcare Management, although they did not publish it, but they accepted our observation study. So there are many things already happening. Now, we know about 4 medicine in hand. One is time as medicine, then is food as medicine, then is gravity as medicine, and fourth is heat as medicine. How to use this in emergency? That I'm going to tell you right now. What we do in our hospital, suppose a patient with angina, heart attack symptoms, right? Lot of pain, all radiating in the body and sweating, right? And even getting in the verge of collapsing. At what time? At that time, the only thing you think about is go to the hospital. But that is not a practical solution. He needs a solution at that moment only. Even in the hospital nowadays, you have seen many, many instances when the doctor himself in the emergency room suffer from heart attack and they die. So there is no confirmation by being in the hospital you have better chance of living. Surely not. Sure, there is evidence don't say that. Right? Whatever tool they have cannot help to halt heart attack, ongoing heart attack. So what we do, how we use this medicine for those kind of patients. The chronic kidney disease patient, they are prone to cardiac arrest or prone to heart attack. So we see emergency situation many times, but one of the technique for heart attack or this kind of pain, I am explaining heat as medicine and gravity as medicine. For gravity, you understood already. For lung, what is the best posture, right? For kidney, what is the best posture? For heart. The moment you see a patient or you yourself, unfortunately, suffering from any pain, drastic pain similar to the pain of what we know as heart attack, step 1, gravity as medicine. How? Like what we do, suppose I am suffering from this pain, so I want to make my heart safe. Heart safe posture. So when you sit like this is the heart safe posture. This will help to reduce the pain, at least control the pain. This do not need anything, only knowledge. Wherever the patient is, not on the chair or anywhere on the ground. Because if the patient collapses, he will not fall because he's already in the ground, right? So this is the first thing. Second comes food as medicine. Ginger, what we do, ginger, right? Lot of ginger we give to the patient and ask him to chew till the time he is having tears. It takes 15-20 minutes, tears. As the tears appears, the pain reduces, right? These two. While posture, gravity as medicine, food as medicine, heat as medicine. How heat as medicine, right? That is the next step. By the time, take a bucket with temperature 42 degrees Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius water, and then place the leg like this, feet like this. And this, what I've shown you through the research paper and with our experience also, it is seen, it helps to relieve from the pain, from the discomfort, from the angina, control the blood pressure, and make the person normal. So these things are simple, available everywhere, can be done without a harm, right? So many national newspaper, including Dainik Bhaskar, last month they published this 29th of September, exactly 1 month before, on World Heart Day. This technique. So what happened when the conventional doctor, they read this article, they were all angry, right? Because now you know these, without money people can get healed, right? So they did a lot of protest. But then I have the evidence of what I'm saying, and ginger, it can help you to relieve the pain. The evidence is this, right, for your reference, right? So whatever I told you, these are all evidence-based, and these can be done by the common man. These can be done by anywhere, right? So I'll take only 5 more minutes, and to finish my 5th medicine, the most interesting and most widely available and widely unused medicine, lying everywhere. When you go out, you'll find that medicine just outside this hall also. Just pick that medicine, use it if you can. So this medicine I'm talking about is 0 volt medicine. When your body is at 0 voltage, that is the time when your immunity is at the peak. Anybody electrical engineer here? Electrician here? Electric knowledge? Here one electrical engineer. Here one more electrical engineer. There also engineer. To cure, you don't need doctors. To cure, you need engineers. Because your body is also an electrical equipment, right? Your body is electrical equipment. For all electrical equipment in your home, television or refrigerator, you have the third plug. There is third point, what is called earthing, right? Because you know, when earthing is there in that electrical equipment, it is having a longer life. But your body is also electrical equipment, isn't it? When you go for ECG, electrocardiogram, electrical equipment, only then you go for ECG, right? So your body can long laster if you put your body in earthing, like all the equipments which you have in your home, right? Earthing means when you go out, you take out the shoes and step on the earth directly or hold a tree, you will start receiving the electrons, and these engineers, if you tell them, they will show through voltmeter. Voltmeter you have already. Your voltage within 10 seconds will become 0, and when the voltage becomes 0, that is the time when immunity increases, right? So when you again wear the shoe like this, your voltage become high, and that can be detectable by normal voltmeter, which engineers are having, electricians are having, normal, which you have seen. So in our hospital, we keep the patient at 0 voltage for minimum 10 hours. How we do it? For example, you go out now, take off the shoe and sit, let your feet be touching the earth. You are at 0 voltage. But if you want to be at 0 volt for 1 hour, this means 1 hour you have to sit outside, right? Which is not possible. But I'm talking of sitting for having 0 voltage for 10 hours, not 1 hour, 10 hours. How to do it? It is very interesting. Take a copper wire, long wire, throw it outside the window and dig it on the mud about 1 feet. Hold the copper wire. Now ask the engineer to check your voltage. It will be 0 volt. So you cannot go to the earth. Take the earth with you in your home, right? You will be at 0 voltage. For example, how important it is, jet lag. When you go from India to US, you are not able to sleep. Because at US, when it is night, here it is day. In the day you don't sleep. So that is called jet lag. Now I'll give you one example. Say this is my mobile. I am flying to a country, and before the flight takes off, I put it on a flight mode. Now when I land in different country and see the time, it will show the time of which country? The previous country, isn't it? Why? Because this mobile is not connected with the local network. Clear? So the time is shown. The mobile will follow the timing of previous. Similarly, when you land to a new place, your body and electrical equipment is also in the same time zone as the previous place. So that is called jet lag. But now what you do next time when you go abroad, when you get down from the aeroplane, take off the shoes and touch the earth of that land for 40 minutes. Your body will be reset according to that time zone. Okay. In the same manner as the moment you connect with the local network, within few seconds the time changes, right? So your body is also same. Now it is very important, wherever you are staying, even city to city, we should be in touch with earth. Humans are the only animal who get killed in earthquake. Whenever earthquake happens, animals don't get killed, birds don't get killed, insects don't get killed. They run away before the earthquake. Human, they suffer because they don't feel the earthquake is coming. Why? Because when humans are the only animal who wear shoes. So since you wear shoes, so the earth sends the signals. When you take off the shoe and put the feet, somebody was asking dementia, can it be cured? Somebody asking sleeplessness, can it be cured? Somebody asking how to reduce the pain. Do one experiment. This you can do any time of the 24 hours. If anybody is angry, manage to throw his shoes and let him step on the earth for 40 minutes. Anger goes away. You try this experiment, right? So anybody angry on you, come out. I will tell you, I will show you, right? And throw his shoes away. And when he's outside for a few minutes, it absorbs your anger, right? It absorbs your pain. How it does it? The electrical engineer will prove you that when you touch the earth, the electron goes in the body. Electron, it cures the inflammation, inflammatory markers, right? That can be proven, that is already proved, that I am showing it here, and that becomes a medicine. That is your 0 voltage medicine. Randomized control trial, many has happened. In our helpline number, sometimes the phone call comes, ki, doctor, we are traveling in a train and lot of pain suddenly, what to do? So we suggest that hold the rod of the train, any rod. And the train, the wheels are of metal. The train line, right, metal. And they are fastened to the earth with metal. So the moment you touch the train body, in reality you are touching the earth. And when you keep on doing it for about 40 minutes, you start getting the beneficial effect, right? Earth as medicine, 0 volt medicine. How much benefit we get, I tried to find out. Within the first 10 seconds, your body becomes at 0 volt. That can be found out through the electrical engineers. 20 minutes improvement in mood and stress. Within 45 minutes, any heart palpitation, it starts getting relief. 1 hour for a pain relief. If you do 1 to 2 hours every day, then it gives a good sleep. Overnight, fast wound healing, within 7 days, reduction in blood pressure, and 1 month blood disorder reversal. Blood disorder, thalassemia patients, for them, as suggested by Dr. Harish Chandra, the next session is only on blood disorder. How we can recover blood disorder. And there, 0 volt medicine plays an important role. What we do, we take a copper wire long enough to go outside, and other end of the copper wire, we try to weave it in a cloth, right? Now, when at the night you sleep on this cloth, your skin will touch the copper wire, right? And the copper wire is already connected outside. So, your body, through voltmeter you can check, it will be at 0 volt. When you sleep overnight, then you feel better sleep. Anybody who used this 0 volt already? You have used it already. Here you have used already. That girl already used. There are at least 3 testimonials here only. Anybody else? Right. 3. From this place. And this medicine is for rest of the life. Right. So you see, animals and also the beggars, they don't wear shoes and they are not that much sick. Beggars living outside the street, not having good food to eat, lot of pollution, still not very sick, still not chronic kidney disease patient, still don't need insulin, right? So they have one medicine, that is Mother Earth. Many times people ask that, like, you've seen a small baby crying, the moment comes in a mother's lap, suddenly the baby becomes comfortable. Similarly, we have to be in the lap of Mother Earth, right? Automatically, you'll become comfortable, right? So, those who want to know more in detail, the science part of it, they can read this book, Cure@0 volt, right? So this is also available free of cost, ebook, right? And all these techniques we have applied for all kind of patients. Diabetes type 1 patients, thalassemia patients, chronic kidney disease patients, heart patients. So all kind of patients we have applied and we got a good result. What is good result? If the person becomes free from blood transfusion, become free from dialysis, become free from the dependency on insulin, symptom become free, we assume it is a good result, right? If that is the parameter. And if you want to know more about those patients, then you can read this book which we released recently. And here the title of the book, as you know, When Cure is Crime. What I just told you in last 1 hour, so this is known as a crime in India. What I meant is there is a rule, there is a law, Drug and Magic Remedy Act, and that law prohibit in the modern India to communicate anything and say that it can cure a disease. That means you are under the purview of that law already, right? And so in spite of all this, people like Dr. Harish Chandra, they are trying to spread this message. That is a big thing. And I'm really grateful to him and grateful to you that you came all the way and trying to understand these new things. So, thank you. So I hope that if not all the 5 medicine, start with any one. If you see some benefit, start with the second one, right? And that way you try to adopt. But at least do something. You decide out of that what you want to start with. Do something, right? Only new action can give a new result, right? So this means you have to change. First, you have to change on yourself. Only when you see some result, only then you will be able to recommend properly, right? So only then they will see in your eyes that there is some genuinity in what you are saying, right? So I think the biggest service to the humanity could be if we could help a person relieving their pain, right? So I hope that this will relieve pain on the humanity and also pain on Mother Earth. Because when you do all this, you are eating less animal suffering, less animal pain also. And that is good for you, good for humanity, good for the earth. So with this, I conclude this first session. I hope that you'll give me opportunity to meet again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
अगर आप लाइफ सेविंग वीडियोस, हेल्थ टिप्स के रेगुलर अपडेट चाहते हैं, हमसे व्हाट्सएप से जुड़ना चाहते हैं, तो स्क्रीन पे दिए हुए नंबर पर व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपना नाम।